Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel. Oh, looking at this first pile and I see grocer. So I take grocer. So the only question is what comes afterwards? None of these look too outstanding. Basket maker, maybe outrider, maybe master renovator. Okay, looking at this next pile. Giant can be quite good, but I think the pick's going to be Remodeler. Remodeler is a nice way of getting an extra room. Yeah. I like Organized Handyman quite a bit, and the food payout is nice. Um, Aramite is also an interesting card, especially with Grocer. I wouldn't mind getting a bunch of food. Fence Dealer, always worth considering. So I got three cards here. Organized Handyman and Aramite both give me food, which would be nice. Nice with Grocer. Fence Dealer saves me a bunch of wood, which is also good. I think we're gonna gamble a little and go with Aramite and hope that the miners that come around, I don't want to play until I've gotten a good payout from Aramite. So unfortunately I was not able to live stream this. Internet's not been, the upload speed was not consistent enough. I was dropping half my frames, so yeah, gotta get that figured out, especially as I've had a lot more time to play games recently. It's more obnoxious. Um, oh well. Wow. Pretty sure I have to take engineer. So Pioneer, if I get Outrider back, could be a reasonable combo, but Engineer is just too good. Too good to pass up on. So I got Master Renovator, which is actually perfect with my remodeler. Well, I guess the timing is a little early. The main advantage of the Master Renovator is that I can play it and like I can start player, and then if they try to block my reno, then I could play Master Renovator to still get the reno anyways. Yeah, I might not use it to get to stone. That probably would not be the best, but never know. I'm gonna take Animal Tamer's Apprentice, definitely. This card is like pretty niche, the window that it works in, but when it works, it's amazing. And I got Organized Handyman back. That's awesome. Okay, so basically with Aramite, I won't play like any miners for first 6 rounds, and then the Organized Handyman will help me get all my decent miners out late in the game, and it'll give me a ton of food with my Engineer. So yeah, looking like this should be reasonably strong. Okay, Beehive, Goose Pond. Um, Probably Goose Pond. And then I'm hoping to get Heat Wave back because once I've renovated, it'd be worth a ton of food with my Engineer. And it's a passing miner, which is good for Aramite. Okay, looking at this pile. Probably not Sack Cart. Ooh, the Meadow's gonna be really good for Overtook Fence Stealer. I don't think Whale Oil. Probably just Ox Goad is fine. Maybe Guest went on from is the second card from this pile. Okay, this is interesting. Mansion. So it's probably Mansion, Spare Fence Post, or Dolly's Mother. So Dolly's Mother, what I could do is I could get the first sheep with Animal Tamer's Apprentice. It would get me 2 sheep actually. Would make, yeah, that could be alright. Or I know I'm doing a 4-room house. Could just go mansion, go classic power build. Um, let's go Dolly's Mother. I think the play with Animal Tamer's Apprentice should be reasonable. And then this is... Ooh, Baking Tray, probably the best card here for me. I do get 2 grain or 1 grain from Grocer, which I could bake. Yeah, none of these are particularly good for me. Yeah, I got Heatwave back. Cool. Let's go with that. Because now what I can do is um, I can use Aramite, or I can use Animal Tamer's Apprentice, get me a sheep, play Dolly's Mother, then Heat Wave, a fireplace. Yeah. And guest. Guess with Dolly's Mother, Meadow wouldn't be too bad. All I would need to do is build 2 stables instead of 1. Because I could hold 1 boar on my... Yeah, with Animal Tamer's Apprentice, actually, should be able to make it give me the animals I would need. Yeah, that looks actually really cool then. Meadow with Animal Tamer's Apprentice. Let's go for that. And this... flea market, I guess. Getting food on start player, I think, is more important than getting 1 resource. So early on in the game, I want to play Aramite. I want to play Engineer. I want to play Animal Tamer's Apprentice. Honestly, all 7 of my cards are quite useful to me. So probably means that I want to grow early. Alright, Keith's playing Outrider with the first action. So he probably took... Keith did the one like the Pioneer, which gives you a resource and a food whenever you use the most recent action space. Barbarossa playing Fencing Master. So that means I'm not going to get Occupation early on. Or at least not in round 1. So that takes the value of Aramite down a little bit. But just a little bit. Three wood. Yeah, Heat Wave with Engineer is a 3 food move. 3 food and you get a fireplace. That seems alright. Keith plays Crop Rotation Field. Gets a grain. Cool. And I'll grab 2 clay. So I can always just manually build the fireplace and that'll be fine. So now I'm hoping for to play Engineer, I guess, over... Well, 2 reed would be pretty good. 2 reed, go for first room. Barbarossa playing another Occupation. Oh, giving touldin, Cheepock, or 2 reed. I guess I would be happy with either of those options. Touldin playing Boatswain. Okay, so I do 2 reed. Yeah, so getting locked out of Occupation means I don't get to play Aramite, unfortunately. But I think Engineer, Animal Tamer's Apprentice should be enough food, and Organized Handyman should be able to make it work. And then maybe I don't play Master Renovator, and maybe I don't play Aramite. But I should play the other 5 occupations. Those look reasonable. I like what Keith is doing here because Keith is gonna go on So Bake whenever it comes out, and and then he'll have two grain fields, um, nice and early. So that's cool. Um, okay, nothing I really want here. So I do lose out on a food from my engineer, but I think I'm gonna play it anyways. Get it out of the way. Play that two clay fireplace. The alternative is playing a minor improvement and getting start player. I think getting that fireplace out earlier rather than later is best. So the Pioneer, not too surprised by that. Keith's next action is going to be sow. Barbarossa plays Occupation Farmer. Okay, so kind of going for a ton of fences early. Makes sense. Unfortunately, I'm locked out of Occupation again. I really want to play Engineer before I start doing a lot of start player actions. Barbarossa might fence here. Yeah, there's Keith doing that. Yeah, Barbarossa fences. Doesn't cost him any wood, and he puts out 4 food. Looks alright. Haven't seen Blackberry Farmer played before, I don't think. So touldin grabbed wood. I guess I will take clay. Clay is fine for me. Yeah, clay is enough now to remodel. For clay is. I guess I could have done traveling players or fishing as well. I'm not sure. Interested to see what Touldin does here. If he remembers Remodeler, he should gamble that I won't build a room and take wood, or take traveling players. But I think I take wood no matter what he does, because it's worth so much. Yeah. All right, cool. I get 4 wood. Very happy about that. Then I get either traveling players back or. Actually, I guess I have to take food with my next move, don't I? That's unfortunate. Well, I might get traveling players back. There's some good actions. Yeah, Barbarossa might do 2 reed, and then touldin might do start player or 3 wood. I've got some options here. At least I hope I do. Nice. Touldin did plow. Yeah, so Keith stays start player entirely through stage one with no work on his on for himself. So that's been pretty good for him and pretty terrible for me. Oh, I really want to get on occupation now. Wonder if Keith will reno here. He might reno well. 6 wood first, though, I would think. He could reno well, get a reed, and then he would just need a clay action in round 6 to be able to build a clay room. Or build, or he could do stone oven instead of the well, because he's got 2 grain in his supply and would gain a 3rd grain. So yeah, that's probably what I would do. 6 wood and then reno stone oven, bake 2 grain, and then hope to get 6 clay in round 6. I'll be pretty surprised if he passes 6 wood. Yeah. Barbarossa might do 4 clay here to go for a cooking hearth. No, he built a room. Okay, so touldin should be starting player, and then I'll play occupation engineer. Oh, touldin does not start player. Interesting. So my 2 moves might be occupation, which would be fine. My second occupation would be animal tamer's apprentice, for sure. Just start getting sheep so that I could then play Dolly's mother. Reno pottery, interesting. Very surprised. I'm surprised by that because now Keith is basically saying I'm not gonna build a room. So that probably means he has like farm steward or lighthouse or something. Prefect for Barbarossa. I hope Tool didn't start players here. I will be a little annoyed if he doesn't, just because I think that's going to be so good for Barbarossa. Wow. What is going on? Well, I think I do 2 sheep here, because I'm at risk of Barbarossa taking them. Wonder if these guys all know something that I don't. Like Keith Barbarossa both saw head of the family or something. I'm really surprised that Keith did not play like stone oven instead of pottery. Because then he could build a clay room. Even if he has farm steward, I think that's probably what I would have done, because then you can get to 4 people. Okay, clay hut builder, that's good. Don't think it's enough though. Barbarossa thinking he might get starved. I think that's unlikely, not with prefect. And he has 2 more food coming in. No minor. Okay. So touldin doesn't have to start player, which is a nice position to be in. Oh, now he's going to start player to play his bakery. Okay, that's nice. 4 food per harvest is really strong. 2 actions. I can take 4 wood. I can play Animal Tamer's Apprentice, build room. If I don't build room until next round, then I don't need to start player next round. I can just build room and that'll guarantee myself the round 8 action. So the timing for Organized Handyman is coming up. So my round 8 might have to be Organized Handyman and Family Growth. Probably worth doing just because I'm going to get so much food from the Organized Handyman action. So my second action here can be I'll play my Animal Tamer's Apprentice here. So this gives touldin 6 wood, but then I can do... Oh, then I can play my Organized Handyman, first action, second action, build room. Alright, that looks alright. Keith is not able to build. No one else is really able to block me. So let's do this. So what am I gonna put down? I'll play, okay, so it's gonna be, I'll play, round 11 will be Ox Goad. Round 9 will be Dolly's Mother, and I'll play Goose Bond round 8 with Family Growth. Okay. So, D, O, and then last one, Meadow for round 13. Yeah, that should work. Got to remember that I can't play them otherwise. D-O-M. Yeah, that works. So I should play Ox Goad, take cattle, plow a field, which will then let me hold between Dolly's Mother, one stable in my house. Then I can hold an animal for my round 13 fencing after playing a meadow. Looks okay. Keith going for more stone. Going stone crazy. Oh, Keith does play stone oven and goes to a stone house. Oh, I really am interested by what he's doing. After playing, that's pretty surprising that he's doing that after playing Clay Hut Builder. Clay Hut Builder really made me think, okay, he's building clay rooms, but I don't know. Animal Pen for Barbarossa is incredibly nice. So I'll go on Reedstone Food because it's going to let me play Pottery or play Reno plus Heatwave. I do, of course, want to play Remodeler before I do that as well. But now I have the resources for it at least. Maybe putting Meadow down was a mistake because I might be able to play it in round 12. And if I could play it in round 12 and then fence, that would be better. So my to-do list for next round is to play Remodeler, Reno. If I could play Remodeler, Reno, Family Growth, I will, because I'll have enough food to be able to do it. Wow, 3 more rooms. Or 2 more rooms. I did not notice he was at that level of stuff. Nothing I want here terribly badly. I guess if I take 2 stone, then I could build the well after renovating. Yeah, the well would be nice. So 2 stone, renovator, reno well. That looks good. So grocer I want to play at some point. So grocer is going to get me a clay that I don't need. It's going to give me a reed that I don't need. But what I can do is use the reed with flea market to turn it into food, for food. 3 from the flea market, 1 from the engineer. The other reed I can use to reno to stone. The stone I can use to reno to stone. The wood I can use for fencing. And the crops, of course, I can use. So I'm going to get 1 dead clay from grocer. But other than that, it should be good. Oh, there's the lighthouse, finally. Yeah, I think he could have got that out earlier. But, yeah. Also, I'm back to last, unfortunately. So that's a little sad. So I turn the stable into a wood room, and then I renovate and pay for the well. So I get 2 food from playing the well, and then I put all that food out. And I breed sheep thanks to my Dolly's mother. Feed 6. And then I get plus boar. Animal Tamer's Apprentice. Ooh, spare fence posts. Okay, so I don't need much wood at all this game. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So so I can save 7 with meadow. So that means I need to do 8 for max fences. And then with spare fence posts, I save another 3. So I only need 4 wood total to cover all my fencing. So that's pretty good. Okay. But I do want to play ox goad, and probably it's worth playing baking tray, and I can always use excess wood. But I don't need 4 wood, so time to start plowing fields whenever I can. Touldin with wooden strongbox. Right, I did see that. I wonder if he's going for mansion. That's why that card sucks. Because whenever you harvest your last good of something, it becomes useless. Barbarossa as zoo director. Very nice. It's going to be a lot of points from that zoo director. Do I need to play grocer here? No, I don't. I think what I'll do is I'll just cooking hearth upgrade for a food. Especially because I'm about to get another boar. Which, and then I play my ox goad, which costs me 1 wood and gets me 3 food. So I'll eat both of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plow a field. And now if I fence, I can let my cattle breed and then get a boar at the start of the next round. That's looking good. So this is quite strong. Got these 2 cow now. So now I definitely want to do a pasture so I can keep these 2 cattle. But I wouldn't mind playing grocer and then doing a sow bake action. Maybe I do both. Or, well, maybe I don't sow. Maybe I just do grocer. Grocer and then fence 4. Yeah, no one else is a threat to fence. Unless Keith decides to randomly, I guess. So I'll do this. Because then the next time I fence, I go boom, 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 boom. So I only need 4 wood total for that. Which I can do with spare fence post. Keith goes on sow bake, okay. No problem. So it's like V, stone, clay, wood, V. Reed, grain, and then what is this resource? Clay again? Vegetable, reed, clay, wood, vegetable, stone, grain, reed. So you get 2, right, you get 2 reed. Did I subtract my food? So do it now. Plus one of those, and plus one of those. And then I'll eat a sheep. So feed 6, then eat a sheep, get 2 food, and get an O, ATH. This is good. So I have a crap ton of food. More food than I could ever need. Which is excellent. Well, not more food than I can ever need. I'm going to need a lot of it. But it's good that I have a lot of food because Oxcode is all about me having a lot of food. Spare fence post lets me take advantage of it. Grocer. Yeah. Good stuff. So I'll start player to get plow sow next round. I think. Or do I want to save that action for round 13? Not sure. Start player might not get to me, so let's see what touldin does here. Okay. I can start player. That's cool. I'll buy that. Play flea market. Did I subtract a food originally? Okay, I need to subtract the food for buying the reed. So I should have started with 13 for this to be right, because I buy 1, gain 4. Okay, and then this move, so I'm gonna family growth at some point. When I family growth, oh, I'll play heat wave, I think. So then this action should be plow. Get 2 food, plow a field. No one else built a room, did they? Or did anything weird? No. Okay, so I had flea market had to go on an unoccupied space, so I'll just put it on family growth instead. So I get it back anyways, and then I'm gonna buy these 2 items, pay the stone to play heat wave, which gets me 2 food engineer, which counteracts the 2 food that I had to pay, and then I play a fireplace, which is the effect of heat wave, and get a food from that. Fence dealer for touldin, very nice. So now I play meadow, which really, Animal Tamer's Apprentice with meadow, this has just been a dream. So I'll buy all the rest of the goods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so. So then I want to fence with one of my next actions. Yeah, I like Organized Handyman quite a bit. I think he's probably undervalued. Animal Tamer's Apprentice is hit and miss. A lot of it is dependent on the family growth queue, although the ability to get 2 food per round, even if you consider just building a wood room early and then collecting like 6 or 8 wood food from sheep, that's a good ability right there. Um, I could start player to get myself family growth again. Oh, touldin with iron oven, so I don't need to do that, looks like. So my next move can be fencing, and then I'll take animals for the rest of the round. I should definitely consider trying to get this 4 stone to get to a stone house. We'll see how far that goes around. So I'll pay, what is it? 2 food to Keith. So I only paid 5 wood for all my fences. So that's pretty crazy. I saved 10 wood total. Very, very good. So I'm having a pretty similar game to Barbarossa actually, except the difference is I have more crop points, although he's looking like he'll get to stone house with that 3 stone take. Um, he has the zoo director, of course, which is worth a nice amount of points, whereas I have the well and all my improvement points. So yeah, I'll take boar here so that my boar can start breeding. And then I'll take cattle with my last move. Oh, Keith took it. Alright, that's fine. I can always get 1 cattle in the next round. So no one else is looking like they'll build stables, so I should have the option to like take 6 wood and then build stables next round. Although touldin I'll take 6 wood before, but I should be able to take 4 wood and then build 3 stables. Yeah, I have a couple different options. I could take grain here. If I take grain, I'm relying on getting sow bake. I think touldin will probably plow sow. So then I'm relying on myself getting plow and then sow bake if I take grain now. Because it's not worth anything otherwise. You know what? I'll get plow and then sow bake. That's gonna work out. Yeah, it should. Feed 8. I could do family growth too. Ooh, that's huge for touldin. Huge. Yeah, free range chicken is really weak because it's pretty common that it doesn't activate in all the turns after a harvest. So then you have to play it really early to get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you have to play it like quite early. And then you have to pay a food for it, and paying a food early, like early on, the biggest limiting resource is food because nobody's gotten their feeding engines going. No one's able to turn animals into a large amount of food. No one's able to turn grain into a ton of food. I'll family growth here. It's a solid 3 points. I forgot I had that food coming in as well. So yeah, it doesn't cost me any food from eating Eating anything? Nice by touldin. Keith plows, so he might go on So Bake next. So Bake is not worth as much for me as taking cattle, I don't think. So it'll probably be fine just to take cattle. And I won't eat the cattle because I might be in a situation where eating boar doesn't cost me anything. Oh, that's surprising. That's really surprising. He must have something that rewards him for getting lots of cattle. Yeah, engineer fourth pick is pretty nuts. Um, Really, really strong. I'd be interested to know what got taken ahead. I'm pretty sure touldin like took grain cellar or boats. Probably took grain cellar ahead of it because he first picked boatswain, something like that. I think I got pretty fortunate on the way the cards shook out. And then yeah, getting organized handyman late, that's huge. Five food plus it let me play more improvements, which got me even more food on top of that, and gives me the benefits of the improvements at very opportune times. Really good. So I'll go on sow bake, sow my 2 grain to maximize my crop points, and then I'll have sheep or boar. Will taking either of those will be worth 1 point for my last action. Oh, fence dealer. That's why I forgot about. Oh wait. This is a 2 point action. So now 1 point from either taking sheep or taking boar, and that's it. I have a very, very strong farm. Max crop points, max pastures, max cattle. Yeah. I have the well. I have a bonus point from ox goad and Dolly's mother to count. And then I have good solid points otherwise. One, one, So my final score, 51 plus 2, 53. Very strong. Yeah, maximum in 5 categories. No negatives. Then with the well, my card points are very good. Really, really good game. Really happy with Animal Tamer's Apprentice. I'm going to value it a lot higher because with Animal Tamer's Apprentice, you get a fireplace or cooking hearth and then build rooms twice. And even if you build wood rooms or whatever, it's worth it. Even if you never get anything out of, even if you never get a boar or a cattle, but like this was so good for me to get this other stuff. So I score 53. Oh, touldin's going to get a crap ton of points at the end here. So yeah, touldin might have the win, depending on how his animals come out. Because he's got 4 bonus points, plus all those animal conversions. Yeah, it'll be close. So it doesn't cost him any points to gain those animals, and then he adds 6 points. He adds 7 points plus 15, or plus 5, so plus 12. So he should end up around 50. 49. GG. So 53, 48, 50, 49. So pretty tight, all things considered. Because I could have ran out of if I didn't get family growth at the end there, I might have run out of points. Also, getting the cattle was huge. Getting that cattle space, so good. Yeah. Let's take a quick look at the draft because I imagine my opponents probably undervalued some of the cards that I got late, which makes a pretty big difference. I mean, it's something I complain about all the time. I complain about people misvaluing cards, and then I get something that's too good. So yeah, Grocer, easy pick. Remodeler's power lower than I would have expected, but this pile was pretty poor. So I took Aramite here over Fence Stealer. Okay, so my thinking was Fence Stealer, Aramite is going to get me a ton of food early to power my Grocer. I'm fine with not taking Fence Stealer here, but I maybe should have taken Organized Handyman. However, Organized Handyman came back, so I don't know. Engineer, easy pick. Master Renovator. This pile was not great, but Master Renovator with the Remodeler makes sense. Animal Tamer's Apprentice. Yeah, I'm surprised it's only 1.1 power. I think you can do some really cool stuff with it. Organized Handyman, power 3.2. So Goose Pond here over Beehive. Beehive's a bit better in terms of power. Interesting. And then I took Ox Goad, 3.4 power. Yeah, this card I think is a little undervalued. Only draft 4th usually. Dolly's Mother, 3.9 power. Yeah, so I got some good stuff. Meadow. And Flea Market. Yeah, so all my cards were helpful basically. And I had like some contingency plans and stuff. So yeah, I think I got a little lucky that I got past some good stuff. Anyways, thanks very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you guys next time.